I don't know where you stand on this legendary argument between Ralph and I, BJ. Uh, but I have this feeling that nobody truly loves the elder. But you love Kiss so much, you just mentally make apologies for it and trick yourself into saying it's cool. And I feel like that's where I might be with this song. It's like it might not be that great, but I just love the Doors so much. To me, it's cool. Are you an elder worshiper?
I like the elder a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but Ian,
Yeah.
I mean, your argument doesn't stand up because how am I gonna love the elder because of my Kiss fandom, but yet hate Unmasked that came out before it and hate a lot that came out after it? It just doesn't hold water. Your stupid little fucking theory.
we've got a two-parter about the elder coming up on podcast that
cool.
I'm on. So.
I got a two-parter on YouTube actually. If you want to see it. I do actually.
Right. Yeah.
My first part I talk about the album. The second part I talk about what I think the story's about.
I don't think everything on the elder is great, but I don't understand. Ian, you don't like the Oath? I mean, how could you not like that song? It's so fucking awesome.
The Oath isn't bad, but I think it's a horrible concept. I think shit like fucking Just a Boy and oh my god, I mean Just a Boy alone. What's the other really
Odyssey?
gay song?
Odyssey.
Oh,
I love Odyssey.
oh, well yeah. Well, I'm sure you and your husband love show tunes. So, oh my god, and I'm sure your adopted Asian son loves it too. Oh my god.
We named him Odyssey.
Oh my god.
He's just a boy. Though.
Oh, I know. Just a boy that gets beat up every day.
Hey, BJ, have you heard the song "Calling Dr. Fuck"?
Yeah, I think I have.
There's that. I do that line. It says, "If you hate the elder, then I disagree. I sail the ship through the stormy sea." You know why? Oh yeah.
Well, no, it's just one of those things. Like I don't know. I guess that ship sailed without me.
Yeah, but you're wrong when you say, "Oh, people just like it because they're blind from their fandom." Because I even brought up the fact when we did Done with Mirrors. It's like, well, maybe you love Done with Mirrors, I guess, for the same reason you say I love the Elder, because it didn't sell for shit. And I know a lot of people love it, and a lot of people love Done with Mirrors, but it didn't sell anything. And maybe that's why you love it so much. And you actually agree, going, I never thought of it that way. And I thought it convinced you that you were wrong, but obviously I didn't, you drunk bastard.
Yeah, you drunk bastard.
You bastard.
No, I mean, I do love that Aerosmith album, but I don't know. It just seems so bad. But now it seems like it's hip to say you like the Elder.
No, man, you're wrong. It's hip to say you like Done with Mirrors.
Not the same way.
Yes, it is. It's the same way.
Well, for me, it's the story of when I got into the Elder and how there's a whole story there for me, and so there's a lot, just in my personal history with Kiss and with the Elder that there's all that kind of thing comes into play too.
I just love the music, and I discovered the Elder in '85. I skipped. I didn't even bother to buy it because I heard so much bad things about it till I heard it myself, and I was like, damn, this is really good. And I still love this fucking album, especially the way it was intended to be. I like that one better. I know a lot of people like the Oath starting the album, but I really like the way it starts with fanfare and stuff. Ian?
Yeah. Well, you lost me at a lot of people like. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It just, to me, there was a time when I the Elder's cool, but then I realized no, it's not really that cool. Just I love Kiss so much. I pretended.
So in other words, you're blaming people for how you were.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Well, I think I have the courage to come out and say it sucks.
Well, that's fine, and I have the courage to say Done with Mirrors sucks.
Well,
And you
That
can't
does take
tell
a
me,
record.
and you can't tell me so many people love what Done with Mirrors. I think it's the same thing, man. For Aerosmith fans, it's like, oh, I love Done with Mirrors, but I don't think of it like I think people that love Done with Mirrors genuinely love Done with Mirrors. They love that album. They love the songs. They ain't doing it to be cool or hip, you know. And I can't stand that album other than 3 songs.
Well, and I have a reputation on the podcast because I've gone on there and been really negative about a couple albums, and then everybody acts like I hate everything. They say that BJ hates everything, even though I've been positive about a lot more albums than I've been negative, but because I've been so viciously negative about, Carnival of Souls and shit.
Well, I'll tell you this, BJ, and it is true. Kiss fans are retarded. If you look at on my Almost Human page, which I don't mean to brag, but it's almost 5 million views. I got a comment the other day. It's the funniest comment because it was on my the Monster CD, which I love that album by the way. And somebody left a comment going, "Oh look, Dr. Fuck finally likes a Kiss album," and I'm like, let's see. There's
Right.
every single fucking 70s album I love. I love The Elder, Creatures, Look It Up, Asylum, and sorry, BJ, I don't love Carnival of Souls, but there's certain songs I really love on that album. But that album to me just sounds unfinished. And I love Psycho Circus, which a lot of people hate. And,
That's the one that I was really brutal about Psycho Circus and Carnival of Souls, and then I'm pretty negative about Revenge too.
I love Unholy. That's it.
I don't think. Well, I'm not quite sure of your opinion on Revenge. I know it's one of the lesser albums to me. I think I like it more than Ralph, but I think that's a overrated album.
There's the crazy thing in the Kiss fans that Revenge was like this amazing return to form, and it's a huge crock of shit.
You got a little bit of heaviness coming after Crazy Nights and Hot in the Shade. So you throw any good guitar lick and people will be like, "Oh, thank God they're back."
Yeah, well, I will say that. I will say that too. I like it more than those 2 albums, but it doesn't necessarily make it a good album. I mean, I thought Heart of Chrome was okay. Thou Shalt Not was okay, but the rest was just garbage.
But I mean, oh my God, that fucking what's that? The ballad. Every time I look at
you, it's so horrible.
God.
I just love Unholy. Unholy to me is a fucking badass song, and then just
but every time I look at you makes fucking Forever sound like fucking over the hills and far away.
And then they even topped that with the one from the movie. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing Part 2. It was so fucking horrible.
Did you like?
Let's not talk about the Peter Criss song on fucking Psycho.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even I didn't like that one. I'm a defender of Psycho, but even that one I was like, eh. But did you like Unholy, BJ?
Oh yeah, Unholy's awesome.
I think that's universal, man. Even people that hate that album love that song. You know. I gotta take a piss, guys.
I know people that don't even like Kiss that like Unholy.
But I like Crazy Nights and Hot in the Shade, which is so... me and my husband, we love those albums. So.
I mean, I don't hate them as much as Ralph, but I agree, they're subpar albums. And I remember, I came on board with Kiss with Asylum. And I remember the first time I heard Crazy Nights, Crazy Nights was the first studio album that I waited for.
Yeah, same with me.
Because I had, and I'll never forget, I bought the 45 of Crazy Nights, and No 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 was the B-side.
Yeah, that's bad.
I was like, what the fuck is this? This isn't Tears Are Falling, But I was like, but I was so blinded in my Kiss devotion, and I love. You couldn't convince me until Psycho Circus that Kiss did a bad song. And when Psycho Circus came out, I think it was a combination of how shitty that album was and my age. Because I was an adult by the time Psycho Circus came out.
I hated that album. If you look at my the Kevin, remember me and Kevin reviewed the Kiss albums?
Yeah.
I bashed Psycho Circus on that. I was like, this shit sucks. I grew to love it, bro.
It was massively disappointing.
Yeah, when I first got it, I hated it.
Oh,
But
I'll never forget, man. It was me and my buddy, and we're hardcore Kiss fans, and we both of us had like a couple of hot pieces of ass. We were taken to Orlando for a date, and we're listening to the local rock station, and like we're gonna premiere the new Kiss song, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah! Me and my buddy were so excited, and then fucking the girls were like, oh Kiss, Kiss, and then when Psycho Circus came on, it's like me and my buddy are looking at each other, we're like, oh shit,
really,
you know,
you didn't like the title track?
it's all right.
I like it, but it's not what you wanted.
No, you wanted to hear something that sounded like it came off of Love Gun.
Right. It sounded like it came off of Animalize, which
You wanted something that sounded like Ace Frehley on guitar.
Yeah, right,
You
exactly.
You wanted some like Charlie Watts, like I just learned drums like Peter Criss drums on it. You know, you wanted something. You wanted meat and potatoes rock and roll, and you got like a half-ass like '80s cock, and the whole Psycho Circus theme I found very retarded. You know, even the cover's horrible, and the action figures were horrible. Just everything about Psycho Circus was like, ugh. But I mean, there are some like what the song that closes it, the Gene song. I actually like that.
Yeah, that's a very cool song, Journey of a Thousand Years.
Yeah. I like that, but it's still not what I want. I wanted something that sounded real Kiss. I didn't want imitation Kiss.
My favorite song on the album is "We Are One."
Oh my god!
True story.
Oh my god!
I remember saying on the podcast episode that "Journey of a Thousand Years" sounds like The Elder, and so that doesn't mean it's bad, but that means who the fuck was like when Psycho Circus was coming out? You're like, I hope it sounds like The Elder. No, I mean that's the last thing anybody wanted. You wanted it to just sound like Rock and Roll Over or something, and so that's why it was so disappointing.
I still, that blows my fucking mind, dude. Out of all the fucking crazy fucking shit that has come out of your mouth, Ralph, to fucking say "We Are One."
Yeah, well, excuse me, Mr. Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, it's no every morning.
Yeah,
exactly.
What are you talking about? Me and a dog named Boo, and Shakira boy over here.
I love
Ralph.
Yeah.
Hey Ralph, I gotta tell you, when I was putting that episode together, I realized that Shakira song is pretty cool. I like
there
that
you
song.
go. You did play it, I noticed.
Yeah.
I played it. Didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Oh, yeah.
You played 2 seconds. You had to make room for me and you and a dog named Boo. Oh my god! But no. Seriously, I think like We Are One is like one of the fucking worst. But and I'll throw this to you, BJ. I know we're getting way off topic.
Yeah,
that's our show.
Yeah, that's what we do. But Ralph brought up a great point. We did a YouTube exclusive before we started recording you. Like sometimes if you didn't know what was going on behind closed doors, you might enjoy shit more. And like we all know what a turbulent, horrible time the recording of Psycho Circus was.
Way after the fact, though, by the way.
And what I find so offensive is like, you've got all these songs on Psycho Circus that we're brothers, we're best friends,
right.
We're Avengers and rock and roll, and it's so corny and so hokey and couldn't be further from the fucking truth of what the relationship in Kiss was at the time. It's just like, it is like so fucking plastic and fake, and man, We Are One is just like the fucking cherry on top of like this bullshit, and it's a horrible song to boot. But I mean, the whole sentiment of the song
that's the thing.
It's a lot.
Like I said, what we were saying before, it doesn't really affect me. What goes on behind the scenes? It's the song that matters. That's the meat and potatoes. You're just talking about the plate it came on. I just like, what I really love about We Are One is, number one, I love Gene's voice. I just love his voice. I love how he delivers the song. I love the melody of it. And I love that chorus where Paul comes in. It's just, to me, it's a beautiful fucking song. I just think it's gorgeous. It's not a Kiss song, though. It doesn't. It's that. Look, one thing, and I'll agree with you on one point. I don't really feel like, like, dude, you're the demon. Why are you singing this shit or Wish Upon a Star and stuff like that? But at the same time, it's like, fuck, I like the song. It's kind of like I force myself to like fuck.
Yeah, we are one though, dude. I loved it the first time when Bobby McFerrin sang it. It was "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
Now you're being stupid.
Oh, that's about what that song is.
It doesn't sound nothing like that song.
Oh,
and look, and Ian, I gotta tell you something, dude, and it is the goddamn truth. I have seen so much hate for "We Are One." So much. I mean, I remember when I posted it on my page, it's like the Kiss Group page. Yeah, unanimously, well, there were a few people. But most, dude, like 90% were like, dude, this song sucks. And I'm like, there are times I do question my taste, I'm like, fuck. And I mean, not only that, but dude, like my love for ABBA and Oasis and shit like that, it's so universally hated. And I
love ABBA.
Yeah, I love ABBA too.
No, I do too. And hey, I think BJ's husband likes "We Are One," but
even he doesn't like it. Believe me.
The thing about "We Are One" is just the idea that that's what they put out for the Kiss reunion album, the reunion with Ace and Peter, and that's the song. That's the kind of song that Gene put on the album and thought it was a good idea. Is just baffling.
Yeah,
And I think if they could go back in time, they would make. I think if they could redo it, they would make a classic sounding Kiss album. I think they would. I think it was a huge mistake, and they probably know it.
I do agree with you. I mean, the whole concept of Circus, I think, was a mistake. But shit, I love it. I love the songs on it. And initially, I didn't. I'll never forget when I first bought it. I was like, I listened to it once. Even, dude, I am the biggest Ace Frehley. I mean, Ace Frehley to me is my favorite member of Kiss. Nothing he does suck. Dude, I heard Into the Void, and I was like, and that's the one Ian likes. I was like, oh man,
yeah, I think that's the best song on the album.
I don't like it.
Kiss song.
I don't like that song.
Kiss song.
I don't even think Into the Void is really very, very good.
I hate it. I hate that song. It's just like, God, that was more disappointing than what you would say about We Are One, because I mean, Gene's always been there. This is Ace's return. Let's hear a Shock Me Rocket Ride. And then we heard this, and it's like, eh. And that's with all four members.
I can see why you hate it, though, because, like, it's kind of like how you describe why you hate Death Magnetic, and I love Death Magnetic. Maybe you think that's, like, Ace just trying too hard to be,
what happened was...
Gene fucked with that song.
Yeah, he fucked with it, and he even made him rewrite it, or he rewrote it. Yeah. And, and Ace had a bunch of songs, like Sister, which is not a bad song. I mean, it's not a great song.
Oh, I love that song.
It's better.
I love this song.
But he brought that, and they shot that one down, and I forgot what the name of Into the Void was originally called.
Shaken Sharpshooter, I think.
That was it, yeah. And then they just rewrote it, and it just, I don't know. I mean, I think hate is a strong word for that song. I can't technically say I hate it. It sounds like an okay filler on an Ace Frehley album, but fucking to be the one song that you're gonna bring,
exactly, yeah,
it's
no Shock Me.
Yeah, exactly, man. If he would have done like Outer Space, but in another way, you got to think also is like, do we really want Ace Frehley to upstage us, with a really killer song, When
I
think You Wanted the Best is just about the worst Kiss song ever in history.
I actually like that
one. Really, worse than Raise Your Glasses?
Yeah, I think it is. Raise Your Glasses is dumb. But Raise Your Glasses sounds like Crazy Nights or something. I don't know what the fuck You Wanted the Best is.
I enjoyed Raise Your Glasses more as the extended version, single version. I'm not really too crazy about the...
If Raise Your Glasses was on Crazy Nights, it would be the fanfare of Crazy Nights.
Don't you think?
Really? That's worse than My Way. Give me a break.
They did 3D on that tour. And I thought Raise Your Glasses was supposed to be like a tie-in. You're supposed to raise your 3D. I thought maybe he wrote it for that.
Yeah, 3D. That meant 3 dicks and Ace Frehley. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
All right.